and the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready to break.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Recon 132. Defense.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Down Michel. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got it to James White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On the ground is Michel. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
80 weapons.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Get it.
And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now, 61, matchbox lights.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Second and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes Down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon there to make the grab. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be getting
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Brady. It's brought in by Adam Humphries.
plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Brady to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. 65, 65, 65. Big air.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Now Lewis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Wait, 20.
Check 56. I got you. That's mine.
Hey, check it.
Mike 56.
Regular.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. This is warm up. 56, Mike 56, right there, 56. Army.
Regular. Hey, Delta. Hey, hey.
From the gun, it's Brady. And Robinson with a big catch. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and we are tied at 7. Scored 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It's complete. James White. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
Alert 3.
Hey, ball to 66.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gostkowski the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Tighten up.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll toss it to Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4 down.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll run with Michelle. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On the ground, Michelle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Look at me. Zipper. Sit.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's caught. This is White. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch the back. Shit.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 29, Brady. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's complete to Lewis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
56, Mike, 56.
On first down, Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Check.
General West.
Hey, Alabama. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Hey, Haywood.
Now Brady. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Call it a gain of 12, but, of course, not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
No, 66.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. Brady now to throw. He's got Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 32 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point try now for Succop. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Next to score, Patriots 17, Titans 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Hit it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Come on,
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
5.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Patriots send out their punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Sugar, sugar!
Mark 38, Mark 38, Mark 38. We got it. Undercut.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check it. 72.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds Humphreys. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. That throw by Brady incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Take right. 4 down. Check it, Humphrey.
Shadow!
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
72.
Mark 38, Mark 38.
Hey, orbit. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing again. Brady. He finds Corey Davis. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Wide 20.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. Lewis has the 1st down and then some. And down to the 16-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Succop's kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC Divisional Round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a 1st down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, To me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
A second down run with Lewis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Second down, defense, let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
On play action, now Brady. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 68 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, it's Lewis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then it curls back inside for the completion.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. He's got Smith here. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Brady, and that will be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. That's complete to White. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. A give to Michel running right. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Any weapon.
On the ground, this is Michel. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Hey, exit.
Now back to throw. He's got White here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go with Michelle. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Sony Michel won't get there. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught. Humphreys. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
7 yards to go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike, 56, right there.
Bravo.
Rip left. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You got nothing there. You got nothing. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Hey, check it.
Shotgun now for Brady. And Robinson with a big catch. Tennessee getting their first down on a big play of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Tennessee.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Henry. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
This is Henry, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Wait, check. 29. Alpha. Mark 38. Mark 38. Go 50. Go. Go.
Mike 38. Mike 38. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
That's to his running back, complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Back to throw. Got his man, that's Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dorsett's got it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's first and 10.
54, right there. 54 miles.
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.